enough to knock me out, but I'm still holding the throne. You never know till it's over. So pretty it hurts, just beware of the thorns.
Hello YouTube. Today I want to talk about getting out of prison, things we deal with, those of us who get out. But first I want to thank all of you who subscribe. I mean, you guys are just amazing. I thank you for the comments, or on their way to prison. Maybe they'll have some idea of how to deal with things. Alright, let's get into getting out of prison. I'm sure with each person it's different. There's one guy says that there's more than one guy. There's a few guys say they have nightmares about going back to prison. I've never had that. What I have had, and it's strange to me, is I keep, like if I see a line of people, sometimes it turns into a canteen line. I've seen restaurants turn into chow halls, but it's always the canteen line at the walls or the chow hall at the walls. And the chow hall at the walls is big compared to most restaurants, so I don't understand it at all. But I never, even if I left the walls, I never had any of this stuff happen. Never even thought about the walls unless it was brought up in a conversation. But ever since I got out, it's MSP just keeps like coming back, you know. But that's neither here nor there. I sit with my back to the wall when I'm in a restaurant. Now, I'm always aware of my surroundings, and most ex-cons are this way. That's done a lot of time. Some adapt real quick, you know, and lose all their prison mentality, which I think is great. Some don't. And some people like me, sometimes I gotta check myself. You know, somebody bump into me or cut in front of me in line, I have to just check myself, you know. I remember the first time it happened, somebody cut in line in front of me. I thought to myself, this guy trying to punk me out? You know, no, this is not going to happen. But fortunately, somebody was with me, and they knew what I was thinking. So it didn't come to nothing, you know. But it's strange. When the first few days, I would say the first week, I would not leave a house on my own. And people would say, you can go outside, but I still wouldn't go until they went. And finally one day, somebody, my niece actually, tells me, you know, you can go outside. And I said, I know. She said, do it. I said, I'm good right now. She goes, no, I want to see you go outside. And so she basically had me go outside on my own while she stayed inside. I'm sure she was watching from a window or something, but that took a little while getting used to. Some things didn't change much, you know. There's like gas stations and stuff, it's still pumps, you know. The only thing that's changed about that is the price sign that tells the price of the gasoline and diesel. They do it electronically mostly now, instead of having a long pole changing the sign. The same way in stores, most of the signs was like paper, cardboard, or something plastic maybe. Now they're like LED lights or something. But I want to tell people who are getting out, don't give up. Don't. You can find a job. I think it's more easier now than it used to be. Don't, just because you're refused a job once or twice, don't give up. There's somebody will hire you, and that's what I want you to understand. Um, some people said when they got out of prison, they had to leave the environment that they were in before they went to prison. I don't know how true that is, with me, because it wasn't like I was leading a life of crime. I wasn't involved in a lot of stuff. I was just a farm boy, and I killed some guy protecting his brother. Protecting my brother. So I think, and I've been back to my hometown. And nobody has a problem with me. Everybody's glad to see me. Some people stayed in contact with me when I was in prison, but a lot of them fell off. They had their lives to live. But when I got out, here they got back in contact with me and stuff. And some of us still don't hardly talk, but it's not because there's any animosity or anything. It's just busy. And usually, if I send them a message or something or call them, they'll answer. If they want to call me, they know where to get me. But it's hard to explain the things that's changed after you've been 29 years in prison. I went back to my farm, and it didn't look like the farm I grew up on. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like in towns and stuff. And I'm talking about societal behavior. It's changed tremendously. Some of it for the good, some of it for the bad. And to be honest, most of it I don't like the changes. People don't communicate face to face as much as they used to. They'll send a message. They'll message their neighbor instead of walking over and talking to him. I still go over and talk to my neighbor. And was just my niece. She's 18. She thinks that's weird. Oh, why do you walk over there when you can message him? I don't know. I said, why do you message your friends when you can walk over there? Simple. Well, what if they're not at home? Then they're not at home. I mean, you're losing 5 minutes? Most people nowadays still, like older people, I hold doors open for people, and older people will thank me. But younger people, it's almost like, and they'll say thank you, but it's almost like with out irritation, like they don't want me to. And one time, I held this door open for this older person, and she thanked me, and I seen this young couple coming. So I just kept holding the door, That was just the way I was raised. And the girl says, I know how to open the door. And the dude, he said, that's my girlfriend, dude. They was upset about it. But I was raised to hold doors open for people. I was raised to help people. You see an older person needing help, you help them. You see a woman needing help, you help them. You help people. Even people your own age, you help. You ask them, you need any help? And people don't. I notice that a lot of people don't do that these days. They'll see somebody that's needing help and they're just going by. Or if there's something bad happen, like there's a wreck, instead of stopping and seeing if there needs to be any help, they record it on their phone I remember this young guy, about 20 years old, and he was talking to my niece, and he said, "Man, I recorded this wreck on Highway 54." He goes, "I wonder how many, if anybody got hurt or anything." And the only thing I was thinking, well, why didn't he stop? Maybe he wasn't driving. Maybe that was it. But either way, I would have stopped. It's just me. But and there's things that I know that I can't explain. It's different. It's just little things that you notice. People have told me, and they may be right about this. If you had not went to prison and grew up through all this, lived through all this in the free world, you wouldn't have noticed all these changes that you talk about. Or you would look back at one, this is how it used to be a long time ago, and this is how it is now. But you wouldn't notice little changes. And that may be true, but I was gone for a long time, so I do notice the little changes. It's some of them are insignificant. I know one thing that I found that I like is, and I do not remember them doing that when I was growing up before I went to prison. Maybe they did, I just don't remember it. But I remember standing in line one time, and I only had like a couple items, like a pack of cigarettes and like a soda or something. And the woman in front of me had a lot more stuff. And she turns around and she goes, "Here, you go ahead of me. You got less stuff." I said, "It's not a problem. I just got 2 items. It's not hurting me to hold them." She goes, "No, no, no. You go ahead." So I did, and she got behind me, and I thought, well, that was nice of her, It's kind of strange, but it was nice. But got to notice this is the way it always happens, If you ain't got very much stuff, somebody's got more, they'll let you go ahead of them. So I started doing that. And I think that's a good thing. That's one of the good things about today, It's little things. There's some things that, like I said, that are good, and some things are bad. I think people are less polite nowadays. And I've also noticed that words that when I was growing up was polite, people take it as offense nowadays, like ma'am. Like, thank you, ma'am. And a lot of women, especially young women, don't like to be called ma'am. I'm only saying that out of respect. I don't mean any offense by it. And so you saying you're offended by it almost offends me, because I'm not meaning it that way, That was the way I was raised, to use these words. And some words that I consider bad, that I don't call people, have become, like, women look at it as compliments. There's some women out there that like to be called the B word. I don't understand it, but when I was growing up, you didn't call a woman that, and I mean, you could, but you didn't. Let me back up. You didn't use it as a compliment. That's what I mean. But so it's strange to see women calling each other that and meaning nothing by it, And I don't think I'll ever get used to that, And some people, there's been a couple women that I know, like friends and different people. You can call me that. No, I can't. I'm not mad at you. You've done nothing to deserve that. I'm not calling you that. And then somebody tells me, well, you know that word is used in two different ways. It's used in a good way and a bad way. You're just thinking about the bad way. I said the bad way is the only way I know that word. You know, it's like I ain't gonna call you the C word. You're not that, are you? No, no, no. I said, well then you're not the other either. So it's just strange to me. Anyway, I thought I would surprise you guys with a weekend on Saturday, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy your weekend and have a good time. Enjoy your freedom, time with your family. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, you know. Take nothing for granted, and live your life to the fullest. Thank you.